find your comfortable seated position. Take the flesh of your buttocks back and allow the insides of your wrists to rest on the tops of your knees. Your palms are turned down, your fingers pointing to the floor. And as you softly close your eyes, allow your spine to be tall and allow your neck to be long. You're breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. The inhalation lengthens the body. The top of your head gently reaching towards the sky. The exhalation allows your body to sink towards the earth, feeling grounded, and feeling comfortable in this seated posture. These opening moments of your practice allow the body to settle as gravity takes hold of the body. And in that settling, in that grounding of the body, just allow yourself to arrive here. Any comfortable adjustments to the body that require to be made, make these adjustments to the body, to your posture, to your position, very subtly and very gently. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. Arriving into this breath, arriving into a sense of physical stillness with the body. As your spine is tall, your neck is long, and a sense of relaxation in your shoulders and in your thighs. Throughout your practice, allow your body to be as still as possible. Just allow the body to settle. Allow the body to find its naturalness. You're breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. We are attentive and aware of the fluctuations of the mind, flickering across the canvas of consciousness like images on a television screen, perhaps clouds as they float across a perfectly clear sky. We're not trying to change anything about the flow of our thoughts, the sensations of our feelings. We are allowing ourselves to be still, still within this moment, and still within this consciousness. There is your breath, there is your body, and there is the observation of your mind. Do not react to your thoughts. Observe where there is a desire to react to thoughts, but do not respond. Just observe and watch, allowing that sense of stillness, steadiness, and growing sense of calmness within the experience of your practice. Not trying to change anything, just welcoming each moment, welcoming each breath, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. Observing the nature of the mind, the patterns, the rhythms, the thoughts, feelings, impressions, and perspectives. These are the waves of the mind. Our thoughts, our feelings, just allowing them to flow, not holding on to a particular thought, not trying to push away a particular thought, observing one's reactions to those thoughts and to those feelings. The creation of a little space between the awareness and between what we are aware of. Watching, observing, thoughts, feelings, not resisting the behavior of the mind, allowing the mind to be precisely as it is. We watch, we observe, and we allow ourselves here as we understand the mind to reflect and to contemplate upon the virtues of yoga. These virtues allow us a sense of engagement with ourselves. They provide us with a foundation of which to learn and observe ourselves. The virtue of Maitri, unconditional love, unconditional kindness. This is a light of one's self, guiding us on a pathway of great compassion, empathy with ourselves and with others, embodying that sense of complete interconnectedness, a sense of great goodwill towards all beings. This cultivation of Maitri, the unconditional love and unconditional kindness, allows us to move beyond the boundaries of our ego, our thoughts, our feelings. It allows us to move beyond our sense of social status and perhaps our personal preferences, allowing us to embrace all beings with an open heart and in an open mind. This virtue of unconditional love and unconditional kindness begins with ourselves. In this world, it can appear that self-criticism or criticism of others, known as judgments, reigns supreme. This virtue of Maitri invites us not only to embrace ourselves precisely as we are, with our perceived flaws, imperfections, and even perfections, we cultivate and extend outward, allowing ourselves to offer that love, to offer that kindness to all beings, beyond race, religion, nationality, and species. We recognize an inherent worth and a dignity of every living being. Maitri is connection. Maitri is unity. Now, this is not a passive sentiment or practice, but an active engagement that requires a little effort and intention towards our thoughts, towards all beings. It is here that we discover our capacity for patience, for forgiveness, generosity, or humility. Maitri is the expression of love, and the expression of kindness towards all beings. Allow these words to be present within your consciousness, as for the next few minutes you will not hear the sound of my voice. Observe the response of the mind to these words, observing, witnessing what these words mean for you. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. The virtue of karuna, the cultivation of our compassion and our empathy. The second light within the science of yoga, the practice of cultivating and offering our compassion and empathy to others. Going beyond the limitations of self-interest or even personal gain, allowing ourselves to embrace all beings with a heart that is full of understanding. It builds upon the recognition of interconnectedness of all beings and a recognition of one of the great facts of the yogic sciences and of life itself. It is a recognition of suffering as a human experience. Suffering means many different things. We all have an understanding of what suffering means for us. When we acknowledge and empathize with the struggles, with the sufferings of others, we can cultivate a great sense of solidarity, empathy with all living beings, This helps us to create a deeper understanding of the human condition. Karuna is compassion. Karuna is empathy. Once again, this is not a passive practice. A little intention and a little recognition goes a long way. As a guiding light of the practice, compassion not only for ourselves, not only for our own perceived struggles within existence, but compassion for others, an understanding of the universal truth. We all suffer in one way, shape, or form. But in that suffering, there is help. There is assistance. There are the bonds of humanity itself. Karuna is compassion. And as we reflect for the next few moments on what compassion means for ourselves as an individual, allow these words to resonate within your consciousness and observe the mind's reactions. Karuna is compassion. Karuna is the great friendliness of life. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. The virtue of mudita, the cultivation of great joy and appreciation. It is a joy and appreciation, not only for the happiness, the success of ourselves, but also for the happiness and success of others. The cultivation of mudita is the transcendence of our feelings and impressions of comparison, competition, prediction, or envy. It is a heart that is full of a very genuine happiness and celebration for our existence, for the opportunity that we have to practice, to be still, to reflect and understand ourselves, and also those opportunity for others, cultivating a great desire, a great wish for all beings to experience their own happiness, their own successes. It builds upon the virtue of compassion. It builds upon the virtue of universal love and kindness. This is all a great wish for beings to experience themselves. As we have the opportunity to understand and experience ourselves within the practice, there is a kind-hearted expression here, the interconnectedness here, that we wish these things for others as well. Joy, appreciation, genuine happiness. We learn to appreciate our existence. We learn to appreciate who we are, to be happy with where we are, that great sense of santosha, or contentment within oneself and within one's situation. Here we build upon those principles of non-striving, not desiring things to be different, as we recognize and appreciate everything is perfect, precisely as it is, for you, for me, and for everyone. Allow that sense of mudita, allow these words to echo within your consciousness, observing one's thoughts and observing one's feelings in response, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. The virtue within ourselves of upeksha, equanimity, inner peace, said to be the greatest virtue of all within the science of yoga. It is a practice that in the face of life's joys and sorrows, success and failure, great pleasure and great pain, we can face our lives with equanimity. Equanimity is acknowledging the rising and falling of all things, acknowledging our mind's desire to respond to this rising and falling, allowing us to move past a sense of attachment to joy, a sense of aversion to failure. It is the embracing of all experiences with acceptance, and with acceptance comes inner peace. It is the recognition of the impermanent and ever-changing fluctuations of existence, our personal existence, the existence of others, of the great wheel of life itself. We observe the rises and the falls with a sense of detachment, non-reactivity. There's no need to respond to any of it. This is life. Life will be precisely as it is within each beautiful breath. Upeksha allows us, provides us with an inherent dignity to ourselves, an inherent freedom, an inherent peace that exists within our minds when we are unshaken by the winds of change. It is here that we understand the true meaning of stillness, the true meaning of allowing our spines to be tall and our neck long. We listen to each breath with no expectation. We observe each thought and each feeling with no reaction. The virtues of yoga provide us with a map, a direction that we can always follow to return to ourselves. Universal love and kindness for all beings, great compassion and empathy for ourselves, joy and appreciation for all things precisely as they are, and an equanimity, an impartiality to the rising and falling of existence itself. If you wish at this point of your practice, you may like to come down into a Shavasana posture, allowing your body a complete sense of heaviness and rest on the floor. And if you choose to arrive into your Shavasana, or if you choose to remain seated, these words that have been shared, observe your own reactions, the desire to react, a desire to question. Just simply sit and simply breathe with these words. Allow what resonates to resonate, and allow what doesn't to simply leave your experience. This is your consciousness and this is your existence. The great science of yoga itself can only ever be a guide, but it is the best guide that we have to being with ourselves, to navigating the apparent complexities of life, and to teach us how peace, tranquility, and ourselves exist here. For the next few minutes, you will not hear the sound of my voice, and in this space of silence, listen to your own. Allow yourself to be at rest, a true rest, where one does not need to try, where effort is counterintuitive to the goal. The goal is just this breath. The goal is just this moment. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. allowing your breath to flow a little deeper, lengthening out each inhalation, lengthening out each exhalation. We'll take 4 deep breaths here together, and then exhale by sighing out of our mouths, breathing in through your nose, sighing out of your mouth, breathing in through your nose, sighing out of your mouth. Breathing in through your nose. Sighing out of your mouth. Breathing in through your nose. And sighing out of your mouth. Making very gentle movements with your fingers and with your toes. The careful turning of your head from side to side. Be relaxed within your body. Be at rest within your thoughts. When the moment feels right for you, on an inhalation, take your horizontal stretch on the floor. Reach your fingers away from the crown of your head. Point your toes away from your body. And as you exhale, one by one, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a tight squeeze. As you inhale, the head comes down to the floor, extending your left arm away from the crown of your head. And very gently roll onto your left hand side, coming all the way over, placing your right hand on the floor in front of your chest. And with your eyes closed, very gently, bring yourself up to your comfortable seated position, taking the flesh of your buttocks back as you arrive, resting once again perfectly upon your seat, and bring your hands together in a prayer in front of your chest. And allow your head to bow forward here. As this day dawns, allow yourself to cultivate, to create the space of great kindness, great compassion, great joy and appreciation, and an equanimity to the rising and falling of all things. Let your experience be one of thanks, gratitude, kindness, and respect. lifting your head to its neutral position, bringing the hands in front of the body and rubbing your palms together. And placing your hands flat over your face, completely covering your eyes. As you allow your eyes to flicker open behind your hands, gently smooth your hands up and over the top of your head, down the back of your neck, across the tops of your shoulders, smoothing down the front lines of your body, down the sides of your body, and along the back of your body, your hips and the buttocks, smoothing down your thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet. Squeeze your big toes. Rub your palms together once again. Smooth your right hand along your left arm to the tips of the fingers, and smooth your left hand along your right arm to the tips of the fingers. As you breathe in, interlace your hands, press your palms towards the sky, and sigh out of your mouth. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your chest. Om Namaha and Namaste, my friend. Thank you very, very much.